Welcome to Hop On Calls, a short, tactical, and practical podcast for outbound sales professionals looking to level up their game by learning from actual cold calls that I make every week live on LinkedIn. My name's Kevin Hopp, and I'm all about helping outbound sales professionals hone their craft and build high-quality pipeline. Let's dive right in and see what we can learn in this episode.
Hello?
Hey, it's Ronen. Is this?
Yes.
Hi, Laurelyn. How have you been?
Sorry, who's that?
Yeah, it's Ronen Pessar with Stylo. Hey, look, I know nobody likes getting a cold call, especially not the Tuesday after New Year's. So I can keep it super brief, and then you can decide if you want to hang up on me. Is that fair?
Sure. It's just I'm based in, so it's pretty late for me, but it's okay.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you so much for answering. I'll keep it really brief then. Have you heard of Stylo before?
No, I haven't.
No worries. So I did some research, and it looks like you're using as your ticketing solution at Dropbox. Is that still the case,
yes.
or no longer? Okay, awesome.
It's still the case, yeah.
Wonderful. And hey, do you have a way of already identifying out of all of your support tickets which customer is leaving the most frustrated out of all the tickets that came in this past month, let's say?
We are measuring sentiment.
Wonderful. Well, that's kind of what we do. I'm curious, how are you doing that today?
We're capturing it through, I'm mostly focusing myself on social and community. We're mostly doing it through automatic detection, but also agent recording it.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, there's a lot of wonderful tools out there today. The reason for my call and really the reason why I'm calling you right now was to see if you'd be open to taking a look at a native tool that plugs right in that does exactly that. It's automatic sentiment detection for frustration, for urgency, and even CSAT projection. That way you can build workflows on top of it inside of things like alerting, triage, and even smart lists. Would it be totally crazy if we found sometime next week just for a high-level introduction?
So I wouldn't be the best person for that on online support or one-to-one. But if you send me information about Stylo, I'll be happy to forward it to the right person at Dropbox.
Yeah, I'm totally happy to send you some more information. And help me understand here, are you not the right person because you don't oversee?
So I don't. I don't oversee I'm really focusing on basically all the resources related to support that are online, but at scale, like help center, community, social media, all that. There's other teams looking after chat, email, phone that goes through that desk. So I'm really not working on the vendor side.
Maybe I'll try. Is she probably a better person to try?
Try it, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. If it's all right, I can send you that email, but I don't want it to be something that would be a waste of your time. What would be valuable in that?
Just quick description, and then I can send it to the right people if they're interested, people who are actually managing the instances.
Awesome. And you said you're already doing automatic detection. Is that with some sort of AI solution, or are you using something else?
No, it's not an AI solution. I don't exactly know what we're using.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I'll send that over, and I'll also shoot a separate note to Maria as well to see if this would be interesting for her. But really appreciate you taking my call. Thank you so much, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year too. Bye-bye.
All right, take care.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, she said my name perfectly. That's a first.
Wow.
So I just got a referral, basically.
Okay.
Not the right person, but gave me great intel. First of all, this is a big account. This is so big logo. You would kill for it.
Name drop.
And she gave me some insight about how they're doing it and what they're doing today. And then also said, look, I focus on this other thing that you don't want to talk to me. I'm not the right person, but this is what I focus on. You want someone else? Send me info. I'll send it along. So here's the move. I go on LinkedIn while I'm talking to her, and I look on the side of her LinkedIn. That sidebar has people also viewed. Go look for your ideal title and just drop that name, even if it's not entirely correct. So I saw the first one. I go, oh, would that be? And then she goes, yeah. I just got a referral from her.
Yep. You've identified the right person.
Exactly. So now I know Maria is my target at the account. All my work is done in terms of prospecting. Now I have to get in front of her.
Nice.
What did you think about that?
So what was the title?
She was a director.
Digital customer experience.
Which for us can sometimes mean support. And in this case, it was more like social media support, which is becoming a whole separate field within support.
Interesting. And then she pointed you to the head of global support.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, which is like kind of a title you might have been able to look from the outside in and say, that might be the person. This might be the person. Like you could this is one of the things that I do advise. A good SDR that's working like target accounts, named accounts, is going to map a bunch of people that they think are possible based on their title. So like, don't call the head of social media marketing and try to talk about, their email sending solution or whatever it is. Like put some thought into that, because you had a thought into why you targeted who you targeted, but then who she referred you to is pretty logical based on what you sell. But it's just really good confirmation. And by the way, I think next time when you're going to drop the first girl's name.
That's exactly right. So here's something I learned from Jed on LinkedIn, which is if you call people who are slightly below your champion or your ideal target, start collecting that information to put together an email. And so I'm going to send this person an email saying, hey, I know you're doing X, Y, and Z. I spoke with someone on your team already, and this is what they let me know. Would you be open to hearing about a way that you could do this much easier, save some time, make it native to your existing solution so you don't have to add another tool to your tool? But whatever the thing is, I'm going to send her a very personalized and specific email to her company's needs. And then I'm going to call her. If she doesn't pick up, I'm going to leave a voicemail pointing her to the email. I'm going to connect on social media, look for anything she's done on LinkedIn as well, and start clicking around and giving her some likes and comments on things. And really just, we call that running the triple, right? All three channels, phone, email, social. And so just try to get her attention. Basically.
Exactly. And following up in all three too, right? So do you have a follow-up cadence in your sales engagement platform?
So it's actually, I write the first email, and I know you can do this in outreach really well. I haven't figured it out in Sales Loft, but basically you customize the first email. So at this point for me, it's literally just a blank first email that I have to write. And then the rest of them are just follow-up emails from there. So I'll write like,
hey, wondering if you got my email.
Yep. Just some, we call them bumps, quick taps. One is just like their first name question mark.
Yeah.
Kevin question mark, on the copy, on the string.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing today? I'm all right. My name's Kevin. I have my own little company called Hopp Consulting Group. I can tell that I caught you on your cell phone out and about. Is now a good time for a cold conversation or? Okay. Because are you like in line for a bagel right now? It sounds like I got a bunch of like background noise. Oh, Whole Foods is the best. Are you going to do the make your own salad bar? Oh, dude. I know. I do know. So the reason I'm reaching out, my name's Kevin Hopp. Once again, I run my own company called Hopp Consulting Group. I work with B2B tech companies to help them establish a strong calling culture, like outbound calling, just like this, inside of their sales organization. I was curious, do you have an outbound sales team today? Right on. Was there a particular reason you decided to stop doing outbound calling altogether? Yeah, no, I totally get that. So I'm curious, a lot of folks that I talk to that kind of gave up or stopped cold calling, they weren't using technology and they weren't using really high quality data sources for their contact data. And that's kind of like my wheelhouse, is helping people set up programs where like all you got to do is kind of press go at a certain point and have anywhere from 8 to 10 live conversations a day. I mean, you're the fifth CEO I've talked to in the last hour using my own system. Were you having that many conversations a day, or was it much more like, man, we got to make 100 calls to get one connect? No, that makes a lot of sense. No, yeah, it makes total sense too. So I guess my only question for you, one of the things that I talk to founders about is like, with inbound, you kind of get what you get. With outbound, you get what you want. Do you have any sort of initiative to go target a certain subset of like 50 accounts where going and getting it might be advantageous? That makes a lot of sense. That's it. Yeah, you guys are in a very unique position to do that. Most companies stay away from the direct mail and like sending physical stuff because they're not in that business, but you're in that business. Well, hey, I think I've talked around this sideways, and I want to make sure that I let you get to your salad time because that salad bar is calling your name. Thanks for the call, man. I do appreciate it. Do you think I could add you on LinkedIn? We can connect there. No, that's just the technology I use. I'm actually sitting in. Yeah. I'm in San Diego. Yeah, not bad. All right. Well, have a good time at the salad bar and wishing you a happy new year here. Oh, thanks. That's good to know. And I do teach this for a living, so I'm glad that I did a good job.
Hey, it's Ronen Pessar with Stylo. This was actually a cold call. I appreciate you calling me back. I'm reaching out from Stylo. Have you heard of Stylo before? Oh, hey, no worries. Well, so yeah, like Stylo, we're basically a Zendesk plugin. Are you guys still using Zendesk at Service Titan, or you moved off that system? Ah, I see. Are you at Service Titan? Oh, I'm probably calling the wrong Jennifer. Okay. Well, that makes this real easy. Well, thanks for calling me back. Have a great rest of your day and Happy New Year. Take care. I get a lot of callbacks.
Yeah, because you're putting your number as a callback.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, it actually just connects back when they call the number that I called them on.
Yeah. I hate callbacks because I hate being off my game. I hate not knowing who I'm talking to.
I booked 2 meetings on callbacks like 2-3 weeks ago when I was just ripping through dials. There was one day where I got like 13 callbacks and 2 of them converted.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's crazy, right?
That is crazy. I would not have thought that it would be that high quality of connect.
Usually it's not. Most of the time it's the wrong number, and someone's just like, because if someone's going to call you back, there's like, think about who that person is. Like, they have time. They might think that you're their kid's teacher or school. Like, they're thinking about something else. So you have to kind of quickly get them into the mindset of this is a cold call without being like, hey, do you have 30 seconds? So I like going with this. Oh my God, thanks so much for calling me back. This is actually a cold call. I'm curious, have you heard of Stylo before?
Right.
1, 2, 3. I kind of help frame the conversation up for them.
That's really important. Framing the conversation is so important. I find, so I've tried to teach that to entry level SDRs really hard.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of a skill move, right? It's kind of like a veteran move to be able to just like,
like you almost have to always be thinking about, frame this up. I'm making a lot of calls. They're only getting 1 call.
Yeah.
So you have to keep reminding yourself that they're not in the same mind space as you. You're thinking about call. They are thinking, oh, who's this? Picks up the phone.
Yep.
And usually the number one thing people want to know is who is calling me right now.
Yeah. I mean, the 2 things that I always teach people, like the 2 things that every single person that you ever cold call, who are you? Why are you calling? Yep. Who are you? Why are you calling? And the bummer of cold calling, like the sad part is like the who are you will never ring a bell for them.
No. But you can use that also as an opener.
Yeah.
I used to use that.
Yeah. Well, I like your technique, man. It's working well for you. Like the idea of calling it out as a cold call right away and letting them make that decision, whether or not they want to continue.
Thanks.
Hey, shout out to George Serrano here. That's me, $100 on Connect.
Hey.
Brutal, brother. Brutal, brother.
Got to check that data. Calling a burn list.
Well, you should also be able to make 100 calls really quickly. So I just had a fantastic, really long conversation with a CEO at a tech company.
Tell us about it.
So they basically, they sell the supply chain access for people that want to do large scale company products.
Oh, cool.
Like company owned products. Like this, I was on their website for 5 minutes and this is what did it for me.
Wow.
Like, look at this. Cool. Yeah. So if you go to their website, you can see they make like merch for Facebook, right? So if you think about like Facebook, Microsoft, any large companies can have a ton of merch and stuff they want to do. And they provide that for the company to do it themselves. They have like a sourcing thing and supply chain.
It's a huge industry, by the way.
Yeah. So he said that they have tried cold calling in the past and they stopped, which is interesting. And so one of the common things I brought up to him, I said, hey, man, is it because you didn't have good systems? Is it because you didn't have good data? That's normally like, if you just go rip any list from Apollo or Seamless.ai or something like, sorry if you work at those companies, the data is kind of crap. right? And then you just call it one by one. You're gonna be like, oh, cold calling is dead.
Yeah.
This doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyone who's calling one by one without validating their channel, their leads, making sure this person answers the phone or has really good quality data, you're gonna hate it. It's gonna be awful.
I would hate it. I would absolutely.
There's no way
hate
that
it.
works. Well, this was fun. Let's do it again.
Great. We should do it
Hopefully
again.
when it's sunny and not rainy, so we can actually have some sunshine coming in your garage.
I know that'd be great. But Ronen, thanks, man. I really appreciate
pleasure.
it.
This was great.
And that's all we got for today's episode of Hop on Calls, powered by Kixie. Be sure to tune into the live recordings every Tuesday on LinkedIn. Would love to have your comments, reactions, questions. It's a really good learning environment for anyone that is looking to do outbound sales better. If your organization is actively focusing on this, feel free to reach out to me, Kevin Hopp, on LinkedIn, or go to hopconsultinggroup.com. I'll see you next time. Cheers.